Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hope you're doing fantastic. Alright, literature lovers. We are in Canto 19 of Dante Alighieri's The Divine Comedy Inferno. I love this book because it's clever, it's witty, and we really get to learn quite a lot from it. And I hope you will enjoy it as well, because it really can show us into our own minds and what we think about. This pen is almost dying. About reality and about death and all those introspective topics. Let us begin. The third Bolgia, Simoniacs, Pope Nicholas III, Dante's reproof of corrupt prelates. O Simon Magnus. Oh no, actually it's O Simon Magus. O forlorn disciples, ye who the things of God, which ought to be the brides of holiness, rapaciously, for silver and for gold do prostitute. Now it behooves for you the trumpet sound, because in this third Volga ye abide. We already on the following tomb ascend to that portion of the crag, which over the middle of the moat hangs plump. Wisdom supreme, oh how great art thou showest, in heaven and earth and in the evil world, and with what justice dost thy power distribute. I saw upon the sides and on the bottom the livid stone with perforations filled, all of one size, and every one was round. To me less ample seem they not, nor greater than those that in my beautiful St. John are fashioned for the place of the baptizers, and one of which not many years ago I broke for someone who was drowning in it. Be this a seal all men to undeceive. Out of the mouth of each one there protruded the feet of a transgressor, and the legs up to the calf, the rest within remained. That's interesting. Out of the mouth of each one there protruded feet. In all of them the souls were both on fire, so the soles of the foot on fire. Wherefore the joints so violently quivered. Line 26. They would have snapped asunder with it in bands, even as the flame of unctuous things is wont to move upon the outer surface only. So likewise was it there from heel to point. Master, who is that one who writhes himself more than his other comrades quivering? I said, and whom a redder flame is suckling? And he to me, if thou wilt have me bear thee down, there along the bank which lowest lies, from him thou'lt know his errors in himself. And I, what pleases thee, to me is pleasing. Thou art my Lord, and knowest that I depart not from thy desire, and knowest what is not spoken. Straightway upon the fourth dyke we arrived. We turned, and on the left-hand side descended, down to the bottom full of holes and narrow. And the Guru Master, yet from off his hunch, deposed me not, till the whole he brought me of him who so lamented with his shanks. Where thou art, thou standest upside down, O doleful soul, implanted like a stake. To say, began I, if thou canst speak out. I stood, even as the friar who is confessing, the false assassin who, when he is fixed, recalls him so that death may be delayed. And he cried out, Dost thou stand there already? Dost thou stand there already, Boniface? By many years the record lied to me. Art thou so early satiate with that wealth, for which thou didst not fear to take by fraud the beautiful lady, and then work her woe? So, taking some wealth via fraud. 58. Such I became as people are who stand, not comprehending what is answered them, as if bemocked, and know not how to answer. Then said Virgilius, Say to him straightway, I am not he thou thinkest. And I replied, as was imposed on me. Whereat the spirit writhed with both his feet. Then, sighing, with a voice of lamentation, said to me, Then what wantest thou of me? If who I am thou carest so much to know, that thou on that account had crossed the bank, know that I vested was with the great mantle. And truly was I son of the she-bear, so eager to advance the cubs, that wealth above, and here myself I pocketed. Beneath my head the others are dragged down, who have preceded me in simony, flattened along the fissure of the rock. Below, there, I shall likewise fall, whenever that one shall come who I believe thou wast. What time the sudden question I proposed? But longer I my feet already toast, and here have been in this way upside down. Then he will planted stay with reddened feet. So reddened feet, sore feet, so they're upside down in a hole. Feet already toast, so your crispy feet really being heated here. And some people, their feet is just out, sometimes from the knee up, and then from your quadricep up. Could you imagine being upside down and something like that? Would be up in the dark, in hell. For after him shall come a fouler deed, from towards the west, a pastor without law, such as befits to cover him and me. New Jason will he be, of whom we read in Maccabees. And as his king was pliant, so he who governs France shall be to this one. I do not know if I were here too bold, that him I answered only in this metre. I pray thee tell me now, how great a treasure our Lord demanded of St. Peter first, before he put the keys into his keeping. Truly he nothing asked, but follow me. Nor Peter, nor the rest asked of Matthias silver or gold, when he by lot was chosen, unto the place the guilty soul had lost. Therefore stay here, for thou art justly punished, and keep safeguard o'er the ill-gotten money, which caused thee to be valiant against Charles. And were it not that still forbids it me, the reverence for the keys superlative, thou hadst in keeping in the gladsome life, I would make use of words more grievous still, because your avarice afflicts the world, trampling the good and lifting the depraved. The evangelist you pastors had in mind, when she who sitteth upon many waters. To fornicate with kings by him was seen. The same who with these 7 heads was born, and power and strength from the 10 horns received, so long as virtue to her spouse was pleasing. Ye have made yourselves a god of gold and silver, and from the idolater how differ ye, save that he 1 and ye 100 worship? Ooh, that's interesting. So what makes you different? You worship money, like, gold and silver. It comes in coins, different variations, numerous, so you worship all of that. Whereas the idolater worships this one particular thing. It's a very clever way of calling them both people who are obsessive and worshiping the wrong false thing. So if you were a Christian, because he's mentioning a pastor, supposed to just worship God, but if you got all that gold and silver obsession, you're worshiping it. Ah, Constantine, of how much ill was mother, not thy conversation. Oh, sorry, not thy. Let me repeat that. Ah, Constantine, of how much ill was mother, not thy conversion, but the marriage dower, which the first wealthy father took from thee. And while I sang to him such notes as these, either that anger or that conscience stung him, he struggled violently with both his feet. I think, in sooth, that it my leader pleased. With such contented lip he listened ever unto the sound of the true words expressed. Therefore, with both his arms he took me up, and when he had me all upon his breast, remounted by the way where he descended, nor did he tire to have me clasped to him, but bore me to the summit of the arch, which from the 4th dyke to the 5th is passage. There tenderly he laid his burden down, tenderly on the crag, uneven and steep, that would have been hard passage for the goats. Thence was unveiled to me another alley. Well, that was unique. Just sounds like a horrible punishment. So Virgil and Dante just coming across these people stuffed in holes, upside down. The way they got their money was bad. Their feet were being, tormented. Thighs and legs out in different ways. It really gets you thinking about the different ways such torments could happen. Whew. Think about the viewer as well. You're just like, whoa. Don't want to end up there. So be careful. What do you think? What was your favorite verse? Let me know. By the way, if you'd like to join my blog, it's www.subscribestar.com/MilahanArchive. Take care. See you soon.